Rich?
Yep.
Just finished a great weekend. Train with Rich, 22. 22 of these.
Yep.
How was this one different than any of the other ones?
I think we talked a little bit about it earlier, but everyone's different, really. Obviously you got a different group of people. We do have a couple, returners. I think Travis said there's number 8 for him.
Wow.
And then there's a couple others that are returners. So everyone's a little bit different, though. We just kind of play it all by feel, have some fun, do a lot of working out, answer a lot of questions. We did a little bit more coaching than we normally do. We had Sage, we had Pamela come in. So Sage and Pamela both work on our online programming.
Yeah.
And so having them come in and coach and teach a little bit, I think added a little bit to the weekend. Usually it's just we work them out and work out pretty darn hard. So that was fun to see, and some instruction and, high level in both of their areas. So, you can speak to it, but I think it was cool to learn a little bit from those guys and from those girls.
Yeah, most definitely. We're in the off season right now. Was that the most you've trained since the end of the games?
Yeah, for sure. It's the most intensity I've had for sure. The most CrossFit volume.
Mm-hmm.
Been doing a lot of endurance type volume. We did that off-road triathlon, so was preparing a little bit for that. Been riding mountain bike a lot. But yeah, as far as CrossFit, pure CrossFit volume, that was a lot.
Yeah. So we're in off season.
Yep.
What's your plans for the rest of the off season?
Yeah, I think right now, everybody's like, did you start training the day after the games? And I started working out the day after the games, but I did not start training with any
There's a difference.
There's a big difference. I'm just trying to get back the enjoyment of working out right now. I really enjoy working out, obviously. I love what I do, but it's more fun when there's a lot less pressure. And this time of year is the one time that I can, like I said, it's not as regimented. I am sticking a little bit to the Bergener strength cycle. I am doing that. But I'm getting out and doing a lot of different things. Like I said, riding mountain bikes. Going to try to do another off-road triathlon. We're preparing for an elk hunt in 2 weeks. So, like I said, just enjoying working out instead of training. Last year turned into a little bit of a grind toward the end. We had a really good training crew leading up to the games, but it also ran us into the ground a little bit.
Yeah,
about perfect to the games, and then the games was the push over the edge. So that's the big point of emphasis right now is enjoyment of fitness.
Yeah, so it's kind of just like in CrossFit, every year presents different challenges when it comes to CrossFit season.
Yeah.
And this year, we're hoping that everything stays the same.
Yeah, hoping.
And as for teams, that means less competition.
Yeah.
So, but there are, you're kind of solving that problem.
Yeah.
By you're throwing a competition. Talk about that competition.
Yeah, so we're doing that rack event, the event in Ras El Khaimah, Mayhem Desert Heat, and I think it may transform into a doubles competition.
Mm-hmm.
We've been talking a lot this off season, and there's so much individual stuff throughout the season that I think, talking to Haley and talking to some of the other athletes, that it would be more fun to do some doubles, or me and Angelo and Luke are going to do Waterpalooza as a triple, and so that type of stuff is a little bit more fun, and try to get a little bit of money for those types of competitions, because it would be cool, another way to make some money, but individual stuff, you just get so burnt out, being by yourself. And so that's, we've got this Desert Heat event that's it's gonna be a ton of fun, and so we're trying not to beat people up too much, and like I said, just have some fun. And then we got Rogue Invitational. I'll probably jump in on some of the Legends stuff.
Nice.
I'm not really sure. We'll see how it goes. We have an announcement. I don't know if I'm allowed to tell that yet, but in the next couple of weeks, I was just thinking about that. Well, there'll be some type of announcement towards that. So,
nice.
But I am looking forward to going up there and hanging out and being part of the Rogue Invitational for sure.
So last time we spoke was at the press conference at the games, and you said you're coming back for one more year. So is 10 a good number?
I think, honestly, and there's no there's 0% ego attached to it.
Yeah.
I just like the number 10 more than the number 9. So, might as well try to get a 10th one. We'll see what happens. Obviously, there's always tons of competition. People now have more time to put together some teams and do stuff like that, which I think is good. But, I might as well, right?
Yeah. So, might as well.
Might as well. I work out enough, so I feel like I'm not holding anybody back yet. Still enjoy it. Who knows? This might be the last one, might not. I feel like right now, probably the last one. Get into the season, and probably, I got nothing else.
Change your mind,
a couple months after, I'm like, all right, maybe, I do enjoy this. It is a good time, and I get to do what I love. And but kids are getting older, and once I feel like I'm starting to take away from time with them or sports that they're wanting to do or whatever it is, it'll be time for me to ride off into the sunset. from a competition standpoint.
Yeah, exactly. So we're about to bring that up.
Yep.
I mean, you talk about competition. Obviously, Mayhem. A lot of people look at it as a brand, but it's a community.
Yeah.
And it really showed. I got the experiences this weekend, and it really meant a lot to me.
Awesome.
But talk about you have so many hands, or your hands in so many different projects. I mean, obviously you're dipped into some NASCAR, the racing, the Mayhem Mission, your Froning Farms. I mean, talk about some of.
Yeah, I think when we look at just Mayhem as a community, you saw behind the scenes what it all takes from top to the bottom. Obviously we had classes going on Friday while Train with Rich is going on, and the members are a huge part of why we get to do what we do. But then you've got Josh who runs the gym, you've got Teju who runs the mission, you've got Brian who's our CFO, you've got Jen who runs my social, you have all of our camera and media team, you've got Rory, and so
and your dad,
and my dad,
my dad
keeps the lights on most of the time, and Hill behind the scenes making sure we all don't mess it up, and so it's just really it's just a big team of a bunch of good individuals. Somebody asked it, and how we all came together, and basically, I know what I'm good at, and that's working out. That's about it. And then I find other people that are better than me in certain areas, and where I need some help in picking up the slack. And everybody kind of just fits together, and under the same banner of, for us, Faith, Family, Fitness, and Service. And so, a bunch of like-minded individuals that have different talents and different specialties, and they all do really good in their specific area and lift each other up. So that is our kind of core of what happens here at Mayhem, and then obviously we've got our online programming from the Mayhem 30 people that no equipment, just trying to do some stuff, get fitter for life and for their kids, for grandkids, whatever it is. And then we've got top level competitors that we had 8-9 athletes, individuals at the games, and we had 50 between individual, masters, teens, and teams. So pretty cool. From the bottom of fitness level, what you would say, to the top of the top 1%ers is pretty awesome, and everybody. What is cool is really, other than outward appearance on some of them, you wouldn't be able to tell if you just talk to them. So we got some really good people, and, really good family, the way I look at it. So it's been a good time.
You talked about that roster of just not games. I mean, the games athletes you had, but you had a lot in the age group divisions, and actually there's quite a few of your own competitors in the team division that follow me.
Yeah, exactly. It's
so
pretty funny. I'm gonna have to mess with that a little bit. We're giving away too many of our secrets. Not that there are any real secrets other than hard work and good communication on the team side. But it is pretty humbling. It was pretty funny at where we at MAC when we were doing the semifinal, and I'm looking over and people are wearing our shorts and our heat, and I'm like, that's just like Andrea actually mentioned it. She's like, does that not feel weird that we're competing against people wearing your stuff? And I was like, nope, because I got to send my kids to college somehow, right? So
I don't think you're not going to have a problem with that. But obviously Sasha, Facundo. I mean, you're growing. Like I said, your media. Rory's doing a great job with the media, and you brought Facundo in, and he brought Sasha in. And, there's other rumors of other athletes coming in to train under your camp. But I mean, what's the future look like in terms of that? I know in the past you've discussed maybe having an academy where you house everyone here to train here or whatever.
Yeah, we're trying to figure out how that all works. We're running out of space at the barn, so we're trying to figure out what the barn looks like, but then also does this back pad turn into something that's a little bit more geared towards the high level athlete? We don't want to deter from the members, and trying to handle all of that. But we've kind of, honestly, as far as my career is going, I've never had a major plan, I guess, other than just kind of, faith is a huge part of why I do what I do, and so I just, show me, God, what you want us to do next, and and it's worked out so far. And so I feel like everything just kind of falls into place, and like I said, with what we have here as our core group, it attracts other like-minded people that fit in well and want to be a part of that. So I never would have thought 4 or 5 years ago that I would maybe step into a coaching type role, but obviously it looks like that's probably where I'll end up in some type of, maybe more of a mentor / glorified training partner, maybe scaling starting soon, but
I'll feel better.
There we go. There you go. All right. So getting 34 is I feel body feels good, really, honestly. This last year, no major ailments, tweaky stuff that we all kind of deal with, and throughout the year, as my kid's about to knock over your camera. it's just those types of things. And I feel, like I said, for 34, I feel better than I did at 29. That's for sure.
That's
so,
amazing.
Feel good.
That's amazing. Let's talk about that mentorship. I mean, you've obviously been a mentor to Haley the last couple of years, and it's obviously paid dividends. And I actually personally thought this year was probably her best year. Even
the programming did not fall in her favor whatsoever.
Yeah.
Having 3 100-point heavy events, 4 really.
Mm-hmm.
She did incredible. She's just a competitor. There's not a ton of mentorship that goes into that kid. Honestly, it's pulling her back more than it's having to push her.
Yeah.
And just trying to help her make some decisions. But she's super mature for her age. She's an incredible competitor. Haley really does what Haley, she knows what she needs to do. I'm just there, give her a little bit of a push every once in a while on workouts, and really to kind of pull the reins back. It sure was my job this last year. And at times, she didn't, and I think now she sees that I had it in her best interest, but I don't think she thought that. And it's at her age and her level, and I understand. If anybody understands, there's probably 5 or 6 of us in the world that understand the position that she's in, and trying to pull her back. And she thinks, I got to keep working, and she does. But there's times that, hey, let's step back here and let's do something a little bit different. So hopefully this year she'll, like I said, not that she was, didn't completely blew me off on some stuff, but she just did some stuff that would have helped not to do.
Sure.
So I'm looking forward to Haley. The sky's the limit with Haley. It's whatever she wants to do, and I'm more of, like I said, a glorified training partner than I'm a coach. But Tasia's her emotional support. I'm her whipping post, I guess.
I guess so. If you want to call it that.
Yeah.
But again, a great weekend. Thanks for having us, and appreciate it. And can't wait to see what else you have planned here in the next couple of months and years.
Heck yeah, appreciate it.